Hey everyone, how's it going? Today I'm going to do an updated, revised review of the LG Optimus Fuel. This phone has been out for a little while, but it still seems to be very popular. So I'm going to just kind of go over the specs again, do some updated benchmark tests, and just kind of show you some more things about the phone and all that stuff. So let's go ahead and get started. This phone does run Android 4.4. It does have a 3.5 inch display at 320 by 480 resolution at 165 pixels per inch. This phone does have a 3 megapixel camera on the rear with no flash, and it does record a maximum 848 or 800 by 480 WVGA video recording, and it also has no front-facing camera. It's got a 1.2 gigahertz dual-core Snapdragon 200 processor with an Adreno 305 GPU, with around 4 gigs max storage, with around 1.79 gigs available to user, and it will support up to a 32 gigabyte micro SD card. It's got a 1700 milliamp hour battery with around 10 hours talk time and estimated 11 hours of standby time. This is a 3G phone, and it's a very cheap phone. But like I said earlier, it still seems to be very popular, and you know, why wouldn't it be? If you're looking for a very cheap smartphone, which you can get for around 20-30 bucks, and you know, you want something small and pocketable, you know, this is a pretty nice little phone. It is quick, it is speedy for what you're getting. So we'll go around the phone a little bit here. Of course, up here is your ear speaker here, your back, your home button that does glow, and your settings menu button. On the bottom is your micro USB charging port and your microphone. Volume rocker on the side. Headset jack on top. Power button here. Your rear speaker, camera, and this logo is on the TracFone, Net 10, and Straight Talk models. Maybe also on the Total Wireless models, not sure. But that is the TracFone logo. So, but this is the Net 10 phone, or this phone is on Net 10. So we'll go ahead and power the phone up here. It is snappy. The screen is low quality, but for what you're getting, it is pretty sharp, as a lot of LG phones are. Now, to me, one of the biggest drawbacks from LG is the fact of low storage space. Only 1.79 gigs available to user, and you know, it's just not a whole lot of storage. If you download a big game that does not go, that will not move to your SD card, so I'm not really sure if this phone here can move apps to SD card. We will check it out right here and see. We'll go to this here, and yes, you can move apps to the SD card on this phone, but you know, if you get a big game that does not move to the SD card, then it does not take very long. Yeah, 1.76 gigs available to user, and with just a few apps downloaded, I'm at 1.47 gigabytes available. And you can see the screen is pixelated, but what can you expect from a phone that costs 20 bucks? But it runs very smooth, runs very well, and it just, you know, seems to run without a hiccup. So what I'm going to do right now is look at the messaging. Now, of course, with a 3.5 inch display, you know, especially when you have big hands or bigger hands, it's pretty hard to type on this kind of screen. And you look back at it here, it's a pretty small screen, and I have a hard time getting the numbers right or the letters right and getting everything out without having to autocorrect myself over and over again. But the keys do feel good. They are responsible, and you know, all that good stuff. So they do work okay. But personally, me, it's just too small. But people with smaller hands shouldn't have a problem. Let's see. We're going to camera, and the camera is pretty basic. I mean, there's not a whole lot to it. Down here in the center, of course, is your shutter button. This right here is your toggle between your camera and camcorder. And here is your settings mode, which you have your cheese shutter, brightness, image size, ISO, white balance, color effects, timer, You can use the volume key to capture, change your storage and all that stuff. So not a whole lot to it. Pretty much the same way on the camcorder as well. Push the camcorder there, pull it up a little bit there, and you'll see that it does record in WVGA 800 by 480. You can also start recording from the volume key and all that stuff. So pretty basic stuff. Now we're going to go ahead and look at the updated Antutu benchmark test, and it came in at 15,158, which is not a very bad speed for this phone. I mean, it really ain't. I mean, when it runs, I mean, I've not really tried much gaming on this phone, nothing like that, and so, you know, who knows. But 15,158 is not bad, and when you look at the performance for the phone that it is, it does have average performance at 50% in general performance, game performance, and battery performance. We're going to go ahead right now and run a quadrant. Like I say, benchmark test, I don't really depend on them a whole lot because they do vary often, but you know, I like running them because I like knowing what the speeds are compared to the other phones that I have used. So that's why I do these tests here when I do these kind of reviews. So let's go ahead and wait for this here to get finished, and we will start wrapping this updated review up. And of course, I'll be taking all your questions and all your comments. Call quality, calling customer service on this thing does seem to be very nice, very clear. Reception does seem to be on par with every other LG phone I have used. LG, a lot of their phones look the same. Just some are bigger, some are smaller, and some have more features and less features and all that stuff. So really, to be honest with you, LG has a look that really don't change a whole lot. But yeah. Like I said, this is a very nice little phone. 20 bucks, 30 bucks for this phone. Can't really beat it. So we'll go ahead and look at the score here. It came in at 5,716. Pretty respectable for, you know, this processor and this kind of phone. Down here at CPU is 18,031. So that's really about all I'm going to do right now with this phone. I kind of just showed you some of the basics again, and updated tests on the LG Optimus Fuel. If you got any questions or comments about it and want to know about gaming or want to know about this or that, let me know in the comment section below, and I'll do my best, and I'll get back with you as soon as possible. Yeah, nice little phone, still pretty popular, and not a bad deal if you're looking for a little small, cheap smartphone. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. If you're not already, subscribe to my channel. I'd really appreciate it. Y'all have a good one. Talk to y'all later.